Hey, what's going on, everyone? How you guys doing? Welcome back to the channel. Today we're going to be talking about Blumhouse a little bit and how Megan is poised in a way to try something so new and innovative that it might actually, well, it might actually save cinemas a little bit, right? It might actually help out a little bit. And I say this somewhat pessimistically, a little bit quizzically, a little curiosity in there. I'm a little unsure what to think about it, to be fair. But look, Minecraft opened up this last weekend, and the way that the teenagers going to the theaters have been acting, you would think it's never worth it to go ever again, especially when you've got things like this scene coming out of the movie. Look at this here. Look at this, guys, when they're watching the chicken jockey scene. Okay, just watch their reaction. Chicken jockey! Yeah, look at that. I used to work in movie theaters. In fact, I spent a long time working in movie theaters, and each one of these kids needs and deserves nothing less than the gulag for that kind of nonsense. But when people see that on social media, they're going to go, I don't really want to go. What's the point of going? Why would I even want to dare step into a PG or PG-13 movie aimed at a younger demographic if they're going to act like this? And that is a big thing, and people don't seem to be realizing that. So this is where Blumhouse comes in. Now, I want to point out that Blumhouse has been interesting recently. When I say interesting, I mean, like, quite frankly, ever since Five Nights at Freddy's at the end of 2023, they've been having some problems. They've been having some troubles. Their box office hasn't been that great. Their output hasn't been that great. I mean, even Jason Blum, a few months ago when Wolfman came out, I think drunkenly was tweeting about the bad box office. You know, he deleted it, but of course it was saved, archived, and everyone kind of had a chuckle. But, Blumhouse might be onto something here. They might be onto a new idea. And I kind of want to see how this is going to play out. So this is what we know coming in for Megan's re-return to theaters. And by the way, I don't even think it's that good of a movie, but this might be interesting to go check out. So Megan is returning to theaters with Meta's new second screen technology, and fans can interact with the film during Blumhouse's Halfway to Halloween event. Now, if you don't know what the Halfway to Halloween event is, let me just show you right here. This is where they're going to be bringing back Megan, Annabelle, and Ma. Interesting. 2 theaters, 1 night only. You're going to have, each week a new movie. So you're starting off with Megan, then Annabelle, and then Ma. And the thing is, though, look at here. It says, with exclusive Movie Mate second screen experience. So what is that? Right. Well, from the information I can find, what it is when you go to the theater and you sit down, you bring up your Instagram app, because it's got to be fucking Instagram, and then you DM the Megan account. And then the Megan account will start to interact with you while you are watching the movie. Now, I'm not too sure how it's going to do this, if it's going to sync up your location and put it with the theater that you're at. They're probably going to geolocate you to assign you to that screening, to assign you to that time. And so when the movie starts, then the bot will go, okay, now we're going to start the interaction. Now we're going to start communicating. And while you're watching the movie, you're going to be able to talk with Megan, right? And you're going to be able to get real-time trivia on the movie's behind the scenes content. And of course, chat with Megan herself through a chatbot. Now, this whole idea is clearly a marketing ploy to push Megan 2.0, which comes out 2.5 or a little over 2 months after Megan comes back to theaters. I think that's, to be fair, I understand the whole Halfway to Halloween thing. I also feel that's kind of dumb to have it be so far away. It should be maybe 2 weeks away to get people hyped up to go back into the Megan world, But it is something that is fascinating. I wish I could find the video. I've been looking for this damn thing for years. But a long time ago, there used to be, I saw this ad one time, and it was on a VHS, right? And it was an ad for a demo of an idea for basically audience choices while you're watching a movie, right? It's you sit there, you're watching a movie, and then as it gets to a pivotal moment, like a choose your own adventure, you'll have option A, option B, option C. So red, blue, yellow. And then you get to the audience will vote on which way they want to go, and the best vote wins, and that's how you will then navigate the story and go to the end of the story and whatnot. Interesting, fascinating idea. In fact, when YouTube used to have the annotations, I don't know if they have them as much anymore, but people used to make choose your own adventure on YouTube because you could make it interactive, and those were actually pretty popular. Choose your own adventure books are a great deal, right? I love those things. This is not that, but what I'm trying to say here is that there's always been this desire to bring that kind of technology into the movie theater experience. This is one that is not that, but it is a step in that direction. And think about it like this. If you're going to watch M3GAN, knowing damn well that you can then access the chatbot and chat with the chatbot that way, and everyone is in on it and you know what's going to happen, it could be fascinating. Now, granted, the problem here is going to be, what if you're not there? What if you're just a big old M3GAN stan and you just want to go watch it and you're like, why the hell is everyone on their phones? I just want to see a murderous little Chucky bot, okay? Just sing me Titanium by Sia. Okay, like that's the thing. That's something that can be an issue, right? But if they know about it and everyone keeps their phones on dimly lit, which they won't because they're probably going to be teenagers, it could be a bit of a distracting experience. But I'm tempted to go simply because I want to see this technology in action. I want to see what this thing is, And I may not even go see the movie. I may just go to the movie theater and sit outside and DM the bot, and that way it will access everything, provided I don't have to log in with an account or whatever, to see what it's going to show you. Now, am I making this out to be bigger than it is? Yeah, 100%. 100%. I'll fully admit that. And is this a good idea? Probably not. But is this going to save theaters? Absolutely not. But it's an idea about trying to find a way to bridge the gap. Because I would much rather people be on their phones being, engaging with a bot and learning about how the movie was made and learning factoids and learning about the process, maybe learning something, than them just screaming out chicken jockey and trashing a theater to the point of where certain theaters are banning kids from coming in unattended without their parents. Like, it's an R-rated movie. It's a PG-rated family film, but people have been dicks enough to where theaters are like, we got to cover our ass. So you can't come and see this PG-rated movie unless you bring your parents with you. Like, oh my God, is this so terrible? Is it violent? No, it's just you got asshole kids. And that's the problem. Okay, I can sit at home and I can trash my home with popcorn. At least it's my own home. I would never do that. That's popcorn abuse. Jesus Christ, I'm not a monster. But again, this is an idea that is fascinating. For the concept of pushing this technology out there in a way. Now, if you could make it to where people are watching the movie and it's dimly lit and it's not going to distract anybody and they can still learn about that, that's actually something entirely interesting. I don't like the idea of allowing people to talk on their phones or vape. Okay, I think that's all dumb. But I think the idea of integrating technology sometimes, maybe not all the time, but sometimes, might be a way to get people back in theaters, if anything, because it feeds their need to be on their phones, but it's teaching them something, and they're watching something maybe they've already seen. For a new movie, it would be kind of dumb, but for older films that have been out for a while, yeah, I don't see that as being much of a problem. I don't see that as being as much of an issue. Now, I know a lot of you are probably going to think entirely different and think this is a bad, terrible idea, and in some ways, you're probably right. But at least it's something. It's trying something that is finding a way to merge technology with the current sentiment of the youth, and get them to maybe come to the theaters. I wish it was a better movie, folks. I really do. I wish it was a better movie. I really wish it was a better movie, but it's interesting. And that's why I wanted to talk about it. Again, you guys are probably going to think way differently than me, and that's entirely okay. But I want to hear your thoughts. I want to hear your opinions. Come back for the live stream Monday through Wednesday here on the channel. I'll talk to you guys later. Have yourself a great day. My name is Matt, and peace out.